Coming up, Fezzy, ways that you can win the Ron and Fez football pool, the March Madness football pool this year.
Yeah, it's the NCAA basketball tournament going on. The selection show was last night, and the brackets are up. Make sure you join. Get in the Interrobang bracket group on ESPN. All the details are on the interrobang.com. Your chance to win a Kevin Durant signed basketball. Very cool.
That's going to be the MVP this year.
I'm feeling good about myself.
The signed basketball. I'm feeling bad about you. For two reasons.
Why?
Number one, you know nothing about basketball.
No, I haven't watched a game.
And number two, you're schlep rock. You're bad luck schlep rock. I want to do the thing where someone just does the coin toss, and then we'll put that up against Fez.
Wowsy, wowsy, woo woo.
What's that, Fez?
Schlep rock.
Oh, nice. I really thought it was you. I thought you were inventing that right now, the way I invented. Ow! Ow! Ow!
So whenever I yell out, "Ow!" it's a tribute to you, really.
Look for me. Probably most of the time you heard it was me doing it. There's not as many people doing it as you think. I just get out to a lot of shows.
Did you ever combine like more phrases like "smell you later, guys"? Ow! And then exit the room?
No, you know why? The thing is, you just want to leave them wanting more. That's always been my thing, Shelby. Leave them wanting more. And then my other thing is tweet out my hashtag and then hashtag Twitter. Go to hashtag Twitter and see what's happening.
It's already on Twitter.
All right, then tweet hashtag.
I could do that.
You could hashtag Twitter. Meet me at hashtag Twitter or hashtag.
That's meta.
Yeah. I also want to start playing hashtag tic-tac-toe because it looks like a tic-tac-toe. Or do a tic-tac-toe hashtag. Mark my words, MySpace is coming back, and it's coming back fucking strong. I already got Tom as a friend.
He's friends with everybody.
So am I. So am I.
Cool, he's friends with the popular guy then.
Tom actually defriended me.
That's unlike him.
He changed. Tom fucking changed, man.
He got that sweet Fox money. He's too good for everybody all of a sudden.
Fez is gonna lose. Fez, you really are gonna lose.
No, I'm gonna win.
Out of everybody we know, Chris, who do you think is gonna do the best? I don't normally do because every year I pick Villanova, Temple, LaSalle, Drexel, and St. Joe's. And I go, I picked my final five.
I think like two of those are in there.
Ow! 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 See, it's catching on. It's going places. Hashtag ow.
It's in the zeitgeist.
What do you mean by that, Chris?
It's like it's in the it's what's going on in the brains of people, you know? Like it's in there. It's implanted.
Well, that's not what it means. But it's weird. I have a lot of people telling me that in the zeitgeist is in the zeitgeist right now. I've been hearing that all kinds of places. And apparently those people didn't even talk to each other. All right, we break. What do you want to talk about when we get back here, Fezzy? Let's make it a Fez pick.
All right.
You think about it during the commercial.
I will think about it,
You think about the commercial. I want you guys to think about it. Stay with us today. It's the Ron and Fez Show. Your chance to win. Go to the iBang or go to our Twitter, which is Ron and Fez SXM. If you want, tweet to us your Instagrams, and then we will ping you back. All right? Because nothing's more important than social media. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez on Raw Dog. SiriusXM Comedy Hits. Channel 99.
Yeah, buddies. It's the Ron and Fez Show. March Madness coming up very, very soon. And Fez made a crazy bet for himself. Fez, you claim that you're going to finish on the front page of March Madness.
Yeah, the Interrobang group where you sign up for the brackets contest. I will end up front page on the group.
How many people on the front page? Do you know? Is that like top 100?
Yeah, I think there's 75 to 100 people on a page.
And you came up with an interesting bet against yourself. And tell everybody what that is.
If I don't end up with my bracket picks on the front page of the Interrobang group during March Madness, I will take the show to the Barclays Center for a Nets game.
And you said on the floor?
On the floor.
Feet touching gym floor, front row, and all of our families, and out to dinner first.
Well,
and limo service there and back.
I wasn't saying anything about limo service or families.
Gotta have something to eat, though.
Or dinner. I mean, we can get refreshments, I'm sure there.
I don't like refreshments. I like dinner.
I have a concession stand.
There's kind of an interesting, well, maybe like the front page, if a bunch of people tied, like a lot of people have the same number could go on to the second page. You know?
Why would you even bring that up? Why not just that just puts him in worse fucking shape. And why would you tie in fucking March Madness? First of all, I'm fairly sure I'm going to run the $1 billion. And when that happens, not only will I not take you guys to a ball game, you won't even see me again.
You'd have $1 billion.
No, you'll see a fucking empty chair. You won't know what happened to me.
Just a piece.
$1 billion used to sit there.
You fucking guys could hire private detectives. You wouldn't be able to follow me. Chris Stanley, what's... by the way, anybody who wants to play with this and push Fez off the front page, tell them how you do it, Fez.
You go to theinterrobang.com and sign up for the 2014 Brackets Challenge right there. I'm under the name The Openly Gay Fez Watley. So you can watch you have to sign up so you can watch my progress there throughout the tournament and see when I end up leaving or hitting the front page.
I think the front page is like 50 people. It's not even 100.
Yeah.
So
I think I can do it.
The more people that join, the more we do.
More Nets games we get to go to.
Yeah, make sure you look over the stuff of all the different Nets games that are coming up. Because we won't even be able to get to this until... I guess end of March.
Yeah.
April.
I'm bringing up the schedule now.
Well, this fucker knows he's not going to be here. You got us again, Watley.
No.
We pulled it off. Chris, what's on your mind today?
I was thinking about this. Beverages. The number one beverage for human beings would be water. Number one, water is for human beings. What's the number two beverage that human beings drink?
Well, first of all, let's just stop where you are right now, because I'm trying to think to myself. I mean, water is the best thing for you.
Yeah.
And all beverages have water in them. So all beverages are just water plus. That's all beverage is. It's water plus something.
Yeah.
So you know for a fact that water is the most drank beverage on the planet, right?
Yeah, it's drank more than anything else. Number one, water.
Would you have even assumed that, Fez, before we jump into it?
No, I wouldn't have thought people have...
Let me just ask you for yourself. Do you think you drink anything more than water?
Oh, yeah, I'll drink diet sodas.
More than water?
More than water.
I'm talking worldwide here.
No, I'm just trying. Look, Chris, this is what's so goddamn annoying about you. You're in such a. You fucking blurt out answers so fast that you expect the rest of us to as well. By the way, while we're doing this and trying to do something, I look over here and the fucking kid is looking up Nets games one after another.
Against Atlanta on, what is this, April 11th?
Who do you want to see? Out of everybody, who would you want to see?
I think Portland already played them, so I mean that's off the table.
I don't mind seeing the Nuggets. I mean, they're fun.
The longer we wait in the year, the less fucking chance he'll be selling a fucking $25 tickets.
Yeah, Orlando on the 13th.
That sounds good.
They'll pay us to go.
Look that.
Yeah, I drink more soda, I think, than water. Anyway, I'm pretty unhealthy.
I definitely don't drink any sodas, but I do drink quite a bit of iced tea. iced tea. Now, I'm going to guess that tea is the number one beverage in the world, even over coffee. In this country, it's the number one hot beverage, I'm trying to say.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? If I'm going to go to hot beverages. But around the world, I think tea would beat coffee. And then you have iced tea. Now is even bit into the soda market, where really an iced tea is like a soda these days.
Yeah.
But it's a soda that people can feel better about.
Right, yeah, they think they're doing something healthier.
But you're just slammed with sugar in those kind that you buy.
It's not fizzy,
and
though.
tea seems like it's in every culture, right?
Some cultures even a lot more. You know what I mean? Like the Asian and European cultures will stop everything for tea. So if I had to guess right now between the iced and hot teas, I'm going to say tea is the number 2 culture. Now, Chris, just to let you know, I want to fucking show my work. I want to show how I think, rather than be like you and just yell out Pepsi free and feel like you're done. Now, having said that, the beers, ales, and wines are in every culture. Beer could even be above tea, and in many nations, wine is their go-to.
With those 3 things, I'm beginning to wonder if he's right on water.
I think
That's why I brought it up. I said, do you have it down as a fact that water is the most drank thing?
What?
And I'm going to imagine it is, because I think you probably even drink more water than you know. If not, you'd be a diabetic and you would have had multiple heart attacks.
I am and I have.
Oh, jeez.
I think
Well,
Africa.
you look great. Seriously, that's the amazing thing about it. I've known you forever. You look your
Fantastic.
best now. The whole time I've known you in your life.
The diabetes will just take the weight right off you.
It's fantastic.
It's
It's a lucky little thing.
It's not even trying, really.
Yeah.
Well, Africa might make the whole water thing true because that's all they really drink because they barely have any
If
of
they
it.
can get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fucking walking. I mean, they might be drinking sweat more than anything else.
Salty.
I want to throw out milk.
Yeah, throw it out. It smells awful.
From different animals, even whether it's like camel's milk, goat's milk, cow's milk. I think everybody's drinking milk across the world.
Children, yes. But adults don't sit down and have a glass of milk.
The amount of lactose intolerance, though, is also
Yeah.
growing, and it hurts people really more than helps.
All right, so are you sure about the nature of water, that water is number 1, or is that just you saying it like a dumb fuck?
Well, it's everywhere.
I don't have exact numbers, but water is the number one. Is the number one thing.
You know that for a fact.
Yeah.
It is everywhere and kind of free. It's not like a root beer lake
Kind
in
of.
Minnesota.
I mean, it's not everywhere. There's plenty. Half the world has trouble getting clean water. Water is the most important thing that we have, and we fucked around with it and we polluted it, and we will kill for water one day.
Meanwhile, in America, we fill balloons up with it and throw
I
it
know.
at each other.
I know. Well, just think like how long you let your shower run. Just like you let your shower run before you get into it to make it hot enough,
Not
enough that a
warm.
village could sit down and we laugh like terrible people, but we would be saving babies with the water that we wait to make sure it's hot enough before we put our dumb carcasses in there.
We go to
I
other
flush after every wipe.
we go to other countries and we'd be like washing our fruit off. What are you doing? Stop wasting that.
So, Chris, we didn't ask you. You're the guy who brought this up. I said I believed it to be tea, the beverage tea. Fez, what was yours?
Milk.
Milk was your number 2. And by the way that Fez says milk, it just felt milk. It sounds like he's drank too much of it today.
It's kind of a milky sound.
It's so milky. I'm drinking the milk. All right, Chris, what is yours? Are you looking it up online?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
You
I'm not
fucking
looking, I'm not looking it up.
Everybody else is sitting around trying to have a conversation, and you're being a fucking jerk off.
I'm not looking it up.
You're out of the Barclay Center.
Oh, come on.
then I'm not going. if I gotta sit with this fucking nerd squad,
We're here. Look how tall they are.
Also, I know a guy with a box that could help you out. If we don't,
I don't want a box. I want to be on the fucking floor. Boxes
am I?
for fucking ham and eggers.
Who am I, Robert
Box
Kraft?
is great.
Are you kidding me? Have you ever sat in a box for a game?
Yeah, I sat in a box.
Fucking
It's fun.
blows.
All
Oh,
right,
I know. You want beer on tap right there.
Forget the box talk, all right? Forget it.
How much are floor tickets?
You know, I should have looked that up before I opened my big mouth.
They're about $1,400 a piece.
Are they really?
Yes.
You're kidding.
No.
For a Brooklyn Nets game in New York, the tickets are ridiculous.
Maybe I said Knicks instead.
No, and
Knicks,
Knicks.
they're
Knicks
like
are even
$3
more
grand.
expensive.
Even more?
Yes.
Aren't they bad?
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
You're
Woody
in
Allen
fucking
sits
Manhattan.
All right.
What are you, a drunk?
Just not a basketball fan.
Well, why would anyone make a bet and not know what the downside is?
there. I'll look at.
All right, we can get two fucking courtside tickets for $3,000.
No, in April, if you bought them now against the worst team in the league, the Magic, they are $767 each.
You're kidding.
No.
Well, this was a stupid bet.
If they were
is.
cheaper, everyone would be sitting courtside.
What did you think they were? $35?
I figured maybe 150, 175.
You know that fucking going to a goddamn concert costs more than that now.
Well, that I didn't know either.
You know that Broadway tickets are like $300 a piece.
Are they really?
Yeah.
This town's gotten insane.
You're the insane one that fucking throwing cash
Everyone
around.
has lived here for so long.
This would cost you thousands of dollars, man.
All right, what did you pick as your
Coffee.
number 2?
I felt coffee was number 2.
And Shelby, what you pick? Fresca?
Does flavored water count?
Flavored water.
Kool-Aid?
Well, he means those vitamin waters.
Oh.
What they do is they pour some dye and fucking sugar into a water, and then you feel good, like, oh, this is refreshing.
These vitamins are filling my body.
I know, I drink them all the time and lie to myself.
We'll
that
take
I'm
this
doing well.
Gatorade and call it water. It's even colored. They'll still believe it.
All right, I'm going to look it up now as we go along with this. And yeah, I definitely want to see the Heat. Get tickets for the Heat when they play the Heat. Might be a little pricier. But I got that LeBron suck shirt that I want to wear.
Show that shit off.
All right. Now, according to this, I'm looking it up. Next to water, tea is the most widely consumed beverage. It's the only beverage served hot or iced anytime for any occasion. On any given day, over 158 million Americans are drinking tea. The problem with that is I'm getting it from the Tea Association.
This is tea propaganda. Bullshit.
So they might be bullshitting a little bit.
I'm going to get my numbers from the coffee board.
All right, Wikipedia says after water, tea is the most widely consumed beverage in the world. That's Wikipedia. Okay. That's fucking funny, though. And I got that from the Tea Association. All right, that was a good one, though, Chris. Although Chris would like questions that people should wrestle it, he'd like to be over within seconds. You know what? Chris doesn't think, he hunches. And if he gets a hunch, that hunch goes directly into fact.
Oh, love it. I've never been more than half right in my entire life.
What's your next big question?
Okay, check this shit out. Look. Why are you laughing?
Because you say check this shit out like you're a 14-year-old
It's not going to be anything profound after that.
Yeah, I know. check this shit out. Stones are the best band in the whole world.
All right. We're in an alternate world, right?
Oh, God.
We're human beings.
I'm already annoyed.
Human beings.
All right, I'd suck John Hamm's dick.
Jesus,
If I was
that came out of
another,
nowhere.
Another
That was easy.
gay
Yeah.
world, all right.
That came out of nowhere.
We're in an alternate.
You struggled more finding a beverage.
We're in an alternate world.
Cum is the beverage he's after.
Humans no longer have sex for fun. There's no sex for pleasure. Human beings can procreate. The race goes on, but we no longer have sex.
We don't have sex. We don't procreate through sex. A different way.
Yeah, there's just a different way. The human race isn't going to die out. There just is no more sex. How does this affect the world?
My day goes on just as it normally would. No changes here.
See, I'm going to go a little opposite of Fez here. And by opposite, I mean completely in the other direction. And I'm going to say that 100% of the things that we do are to please the other sex, because sex will be the reward. Like when we say we want money and power, we mean that because money and power get sex. I honestly believe that. And when a man wants to write a song or make a building, whatever, he does that to turn on the other sex. Or in your case, Fez, the same sex.
Whether they even think they're doing it or not.
Exactly. Everything, at the very least subconsciously, is driven by this makes me more sexually exciting.
Like if you were thinking, oh God, is this outfit I'm wearing stupid? You're thinking, okay, if a guy would say it's stupid and then a girl that I like would hear that and then
or a girl would just look at you and just go, look at that schlub, he doesn't care. It's why married guys will get too restful because they've taken outside sex off the table. So they start to dress terrible, they start to not give a shit one way or another. Agree or disagree?
With clothes, I would disagree.
I mean, overall. Overall, the thing that I'm going through, everything a guy does, and I'm going to guess women work at it a lot harder. I mean, women also try to be the most desirable, blah, 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 and you're only doing that for sexual purposes. Would you agree or disagree?
Well, I agree, and this would destroy industries. Like the makeup industry would essentially be blown out because what's the amount most people buy makeup for? Women to fucking look better, so men would find them attractive.
But all right, but let's say they were wearing makeup and nice clothes to try to look better than other women. Is that still sexual or is that competitive?
That's sexual it's competitive for sexual reasons.
To be the hottest woman there.
At the end of the day, what are they trying to accomplish? But I would go further and I would say most things would be taken off the table. Most things people do.
Advertising would be so much
Advertising would be destroyed. And even the arts. I don't think people would try to get ahead without sex as being the highest motivating factor. I think even the way that we're greedy for money means that we're greedy for sex.
Free time would be blown. What would people do with their free time? Because I think in your free time, people are either trying to pick other people up or better themselves, maybe, to be able to pick someone up sexually.
Well, alcohol sales would drop, and bars would go out of business.
I think there'd be more drinking. I think there would be more alcohol sold and more razor blades because guys would be cutting their fucking wrists. So your alternate world would be extremely different from this one.
Oh, it'd be wild.
Now, Fez's even went from no change at all to, you're saying, you now see massive change.
Yeah. I was thinking in my own life what it would change, but then, the complete landscape. Yeah, there would be so many things. I think movies would get hurt. There just wouldn't be the dating that goes on at movies. Everything would get hurt. There
wouldn't be the dating that goes on at movies. Yeah, there would be a lot less dating if there was no sex.
Well, marriage would be pointless, right?
Pointless.
There would be no more marriage.
Pointless.
This is a crazy
Everything
world.
would be pointless. Life itself as we know it, we are motivated sexually. And when a guy wants all the money, what he really wants is all the women. It's stunning to me that since men have run this fucking country, pretty much since the beginning, you think we would have polygamy fucking locked down. I mean, if you could take to the fucking Mormons, the least fucking hip people were the only ones who came up with that idea. And then here's what bugs me about the Mormons. They won't menage with it.
No, yeah, it's all totally separate. Like even that Sister Wives show, the guy never like is banging.
I'd be fucking a Mormon that would fill the fucking bed up with the women, and there'd be fucking pussy in every direction.
Is there even a Mormon guy that has like 3 wives and 2 of them are hot? I mean, they're all kind of like,
because you don't even pick your own wives. I think they assign you wives.
See, Brenda and Karen look like they're free in your area.
What? Wait, give me a chance here. Oh, you're telling me I can buy a car, but I can't pick out my own wife. Okay, great fucking religion.
And even those guys are now like fringe Mormons, like the main.
Oh yeah,
Mormon.
the Mormons think they're nuts. All right, let's bring Howard in here. I just noticed Howard's in the background. You never give him enough mic time.
Here he comes.
All the stupid shit you say, Chris, and you can say, just let Howard answer for me. Howard, you're a veteran, right, my man?
That is correct.
Where were you stationed?
I was in southern Iraq for a year.
How was that? You see shit?
Not as much. I was the support unit, but at any time you could just see shit pop off. But
Was it
not
hot?
really no, it wasn't fucking hot in a desert for a year. It was about
He fucking
112.
smacked you down, didn't he?
Why don't you shut your fucking
He
mouth,
fucking
Sheldon,
smacked
huh?
your shit down.
Hotter than summers don't bother me here anymore.
It's that goddamn hot, huh?
It's like 112 during the day, every day, average.
You have AC though?
Well, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Like where we were, since it was taken early on, like it was developed and it was a big Air Force base. So they had like these. Best way to describe them is these like plastic containers where they have like 3 rooms set up in each one for 2 guys each, and you have like your little air conditioning unit. But most of the places that you would go are just these big tents, and they're just sort of like a barracks looking thing, but it's a tent with some shitty air conditioning sort of thing in it. Humvees do have AC units in them, but you've got like this tube that sticks out. Like
It's
right,
shitty.
It's enough so you're not losing your mind as you're driving along the road, because you've got 20 pounds of gear on you with just the flak vest alone. Because you got the flak vest is normally like you figure like a cop vest, but then they've got these plates that look like a home plate pretty much, but it's about, I'd say, 1.5 inches thick. That'll stop an AK-47 round easy.
Howard is a young intern for us. A real go-getter, Chris.
Oh yeah, he wants it.
I saw him in the hall running back after he took his piss. His hauling ass back.
He has good ethics.
Something I never see out of, well, even any of you guys.
I don't even piss. I hold it in forever.
Now,
The show's over.
here's the thing about this war.
Had to go.
I believe it to be the first war that there was no nightlife for. Like most wars would have a pretty kick-ass nightlife. If you went to Vietnam, terrible fucking place, but great places to party, hot chicks, blah, blah, blah.
No, non-existent.
World War II, you're stationed in France or Italy, even Germany, fun nightlife. This fucking war, they played down the nightlife, didn't even want you guys drinking in front of
No, we
them,
couldn't
right?
drink at all. Like people, you find a way to do it though.
Right.
But on our post we had the Italians and the Polish. So what you would do is you could trade with them. So you would trade them like chocolate or some shit like that, and you would get like bottles of Jack Daniels. Or what the cool thing would do is like since they don't check packages coming in. You have people send you bottles of alcohol, but when you get it, you have to think of clever ways to hide it. So I remember
That'd be to jail.
Yeah, pretty much, except we're getting shot at.
Right. Like jail.
Right.
But there's a lot of pills, though, right?
I didn't see any.
Is that right? I heard that they were handing out pills, but
I don't recall that at all.
good. All right, I like your attitude. I don't recall it.
What could they do to you if they found you with the alcohol? I mean, you're already stuck over there.
My buddy took the rap for me because he was in the room when they got caught, so he just said, yeah, it was all mine. I think he got, it was like a fine They usually pop you with a couple $100 fine for first offense or something like that, and just be better at hiding it next time.
And you don't think the break is fucking worse? You know what I mean? Like, they can always make it worse. And they can make you do shit too, right? They could put you on some kind of fucking duty.
Yeah, you can put on a shitty detail.
Well, you know, Fez forgot to tell you thanks for your service, but, you know, Chris Stanley, you tell me the kid's trained well.
Yeah. He's hot fire, like the kids say.
That's why I don't like telling them what to do. I have no business doing so.
Well, yeah, but you don't have to be mean when you tell them what to do. You have to say,
Shelby.
well, even the work.
Yeah, even
Positive
then.
reinforcement's great. I like that. Like, tell me I'm doing well.
Doing a great job,
Thank
kid.
you. Actually, I think I'm older than these guys.
Oh,
yeah, you are.
Fuck yeah. Well, everyone's older than me.
Well, I'm 31.
You're older than Chris.
Kick of that.
But unlike Chris, you haven't spent your whole fucking life just chasing fucking dope from one place to the other. You did something with it.
You're just barely older than me.
Me and Howie on the wrong side
I'm
of
going to
30.
say how old you are, Fuzzy. I'm going to tell everyone.
No, you don't have to tell anyone.
Why not?
They can take me at my word.
All right, Shelby, give us a question that you got.
Well, it's been really cold this winter, like the
That's not a
coldest
question,
winter
that's a statement.
It's your problem, man.
I've seen. And I've seen all these dogs, like, outside of coffee shops. When I'm just walking down the street, people tie them up. And they look, like, really, really sad. And it, like, I know, like, could dogs even feel, like, what kind of feelings do they have kind of got into my mind. But what I started thinking was, do animals even know that they're alive?
Do animals know that they're alive? You think animals think that they're dead?
Well, like, I know that they're alive, obviously. They don't, but they, like, do they even know what death is? Like, can they even comprehend that sort of thing?
See, that's an interesting question in the way that they fight to stay alive.
Yes.
But do they have a concept of death? Do they just kind of, are they just totally in the moment?
Like when when two dogs, they're best friends, they live together. When one of them dies, you can see the dog is obviously sad, but they even know that they are sad. They don't know why they are really, but they even know what sadness is.
I'm going to guess yes, but I don't know if they have like the memory. I don't think that they have the concept that we do. Now, having said that, it's still kind of even bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're guessing, but
This is one of those like two-hit conversations, right?
yeah, that's our boy.
Like
he fucking takes 2 hits off that pipe, and he jumps into it.
Like I saw, like I had a dachshund, and it like dug up some
First
glass.
of all, let's just stop and laugh at you that you had a fucking dachshund.
Dachshunds fucking rule. They were hunting dogs in Germany.
Yeah, what are they hunting? Sausages? Fucking useless little fucking bitches. So go ahead. So you had a Dodson.
No, not a Dodson. I had a dachshund, and it dug up some glass in like the yard. So
Yeah.
not only did it have to have its paw all bandaged up, and which made it walk all fucked up, but then we had to have like this little rubber inner tube thing on its neck so it wouldn't get
Boy,
at it.
you must have looked so cool.
So after a while of like days where it having to just walk around and not be able to lay right because it had this thing on its neck, I could see on my dog's face that it was like just the life was drained out of it and bummed out.
Right.
It was like the saddest. I had never seen humans look that sad, but like, does it even know? Like, I don't even want to
Does it
live
know
right now.
why? Yeah. Does it know why it's sad?
Like, can it think like this will be over and I'll feel, better? Or like, I think dogs can be bummed out, but do they know what sad is?
That's a fucking. I mean, that's one that we wrestle with because I think we put our emotions on dogs all the time. Like, look at him. He's so happy. He's so happy. But
Who's at the door?
Yeah, because they're jumping around. I don't know whether it means that they're happy or not. But see, here's the weird thing. If you looked at Fez, and Fez has been afraid of death since I've known him. He's had a fear of death. He's had a fear of failure. He's got a fear of being hurt. fear of sickness, would he be better off like a dog, not even knowing what is coming? Would Fez... He's very rarely in the moment, is what I'm trying to say. Like, we'll be doing a show, and I'll look over, and Fez is staring down, and I'm like, I don't know what he's thinking of, but it isn't this, you know? So would he be better off if we put a dog brain in his head?
Yes. Yes, it would.
Right now, it's a yes.
I mean, he'd still be licking us. He'd still be trying to smell our assholes.
As long as you remember to feed me.
He'd be in the urinal constantly smelling it.
Hey, get out of there. Ivory.
Do you ever wish you didn't have memory?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because memories, of screwing something up or just an embarrassing thing, I can relive those in my mind very clearly. And I was just thinking the other day with my dad passing away, he never knew at any point, even when he came out of the coma type thing he was in, and they had to operate on him, he never knew his life was in danger. You know, they said, hey, we need to do this procedure, and he was able to say, yes, I want it done. But then he never came out from the anesthetic, from the surgery. But he never knew, all right, this death is coming.
How do you know that, though? I mean, you're assuming that. You don't know what he was thinking while, coma, coming in and out of things.
And they say that coma victims, they can realize things.
Don't even fucking say that to me. That freaks me out, dude.
I know.
Well, he was in a sedation coma. It's not like he hit his head.
Yeah, but you're still dreaming in and out of stuff.
Change the channel.
Oh, God, the thought of that just drives me nuts.
That's terrifying.
Now, you get a lot of pain thinking about your dad, right?
Yeah.
Would you wish you could take those memories away? And only have the good memories?
Yeah, I would do that.
So and I would say to you, well, where's your dad now? You would say, I don't know.
We haven't seen him in a while.
My dad's a great guy. I guess he's in Florida.
Oh, my God.
He must still be there.
Like
he's just not home when I'm there.
But seriously, would that be worth the trade for you?
Yeah, I would trade that. Yeah. Because the memory of the last week of his life is the one that is so up front in my mind. It's actually harder to remember the good times or stuff when I was a kid. All right. You're just putting a bright flashlight in my eye.
I'm burning off your memory.
I didn't know that's
toward the
what
light.
it was.
Go toward the light.
Is that one of those Dr. Steve flashlights?
Yeah.
They're really bright.
You're welcome. See, I couldn't do that because I don't like the idea of being stupid. I hate that there's information that I don't have. You know what I mean? Even if it made me feel better.
Well, and that's how you're supposed to grow as a person anyway. You deal with shitty stuff and you figure out how to grow. If you only have good things in your life, how are you going to relate to somebody at all? It's like, oh, well, I only know good things.
It's true that if there was no pain, if there was no sorrow, there'd be no happiness. Because if you only felt happy, it wouldn't mean anything to you. Like, when you feel happy now, you're like, this is fucking great.
I'm not sad anymore.
I'm not feeling fucking what I normally feel. This is unbelievable. But you wouldn't know that. It would just kind of get into a comfortable numb again. Because of now, like, as of right now, how would you say you feel, Fez?
I would say I feel nervous and, anxious. So not a good feeling right now.
And yet, you're completely safe. You know what I mean? And imagine if you came from a place just 2 minutes ago that wasn't safe. You know what I mean? Like, you just come from a lion chasing you into this room. How would you feel then?
I would feel really great and relieved.
And yet, that's where you are right now. Right now, you're not in the place where something horrible is hanging over your head. And we never are happy about this. We're never happy like, oh my God, I don't have a disease. You know, the ones that are running around. Did you hear? No disease. You could be doing that every day of your life up to this point.
having.
Not you, Shelby.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
I'll see myself out.
That's good. That's a good line. So the thing for me is I wouldn't buy stupid and comfortable over aware and uncomfortable. It just doesn't work that way for me.
Sort of like a mini lobotomy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, right now I feel like I'm working on stupid and uncomfortable. So the comfortable was really appealing to me hearing about it.
Comfortable is always appealing to you. It's always the first thing that you would go to. You would pick comfort over success any day. Any day of the week, you would pick, even if it was like a struggle and success compared to just comfortable and complacent, you would pick comfortable and complacent. That's your motivating factor. And it's why you're single. But what always kills me is you won't see that as a success. You know what I mean? You pick the comfort of being alone more than the discomfort of being in a relationship. But then you go, I've made the pick, I pick comfort. Then you go, I'm so sad I'm not in a relationship. But when we bring up from relationships, you're like, that's very uncomfortable. You don't even like the idea of it.
No, it's frightening to me. Very scary.
So why aren't you satisfied with comfort? Why don't you say, I've decided to pick comfort?
Well, because my comfort isn't even comfortable. It's still anxiousness.
It's not what I'm talking about overall. I'm talking about in a relationship thing. In a relationship, why do you say that you're lonely when you've picked alone? Alone and lonely to me are two different things. I like being alone. I need alone time all the time. You actually need or seem to want more alone time than even me. But you'll go, but I'm so lonely with my alone time. Why don't you go meet someone? No, this is better.
He hates what he needs.
Yeah, in a way that's true. Or at least even what he wants. Like, Chris, you spend a good time of your week alone, right?
Yeah, I'm fine being alone.
You don't consider yourself lonely?
No, not at all.
But you got to have your weekend boogie, as you call it.
Sure, I like to be around people on the weekend. Yeah,
you say this time for Daddy to get his, and that's not that much different time. Mm-hmm. Like he has his social weekend time, but he's very rarely social during the week. I mean, you'll see it in his job performance the next day. We'll know if he was with his friends the night before. What about you, Shelby? Does alone scare you or turn you off?
Not in the present, but like 15, 20 years from now, that kind of scares me.
You see yourself as a family guy?
Well, no, I cannot see myself having kids. That seems awful, but I mean, just with a man or a woman, no. Just a woman.
I can't see you with any woman that wouldn't be frightened or weirded out by you.
She'd probably have something wrong with her, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
We're not talking, something
probably
insane.
I could see you with someone bound and duct taped.
Someone else who can't, feel love, probably.
Do you feel like you can't feel love?
I don't have passion for things as strong as other people, I'd say.
That's a fucked up sentence.
It is. And that's coming from Chris.
Yeah, I'm
the fucked up sentence.
I'm not saying this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, or this is like this.
Well, you told that story not too long ago where you said the greatest moment of your life was a simple move that you made in a touch football game.
Well, that was the first thing that came. I was going for stupid, probably.
It was the only thing that came into your mind.
That's all you have, dude.
You were carried out of someone's backyard for fucking catching a Nerf ball and not having a guy touch you with two hands.
Probably something else, but I don't know, I was probably just going goofy.
What about you, Howard?
Well,
Alone versus lonely.
I can be alone. That's fine. I kind of need to be by myself, but I would like to have a family at some point.
You're the only what I consider other heterosexual man in here.
I'm definitely straight. Definitely.
I said man.
I am a man as well.
You're like a straight boy. You live your life like someone who got out of college last week, Chris. You know you do.
I'm living
You're
it
still
up.
I know, like a boy. But here's the thing.
What, maid can't live it up?
Your money still goes to slices of pizza, cigarettes, beers, and weed. You still run with the same fucking kids now since you were a fucking teenager.
We ain't kids anymore.
Nothing has changed. You live like a boy. Now, Fez lives like an 11-year-old boy. You live like a 19-year-old boy.
I'll take that.
I'm going to give you that much.
Thank you.
Shelby, I can't even figure out. Shelby does some absolutely bizarre, brave things, and another things that reminds me of almost an infant. I don't know where his head is.
How do you use a stove?
You don't know how to cook at all?
Barely. I barely eat, so, I mean, why does the cooking pretty much go out the window at that point?
See, Shelby reminds me of a foundling. Just some fucking baby left in a trash fucking bag.
Sort of. That's accurate. Just take it not only one day at a time, one part of the day. Still alive. We made it home.
I'm on it 3 hours at a time is the way I live my life.
There's predators
Howard,
out there.
I see as a young man. He's got the experience and success of his military service. He's using that to move on. And he has dreams of a family. You guys, relationship isn't even in your goddamn thing. He is actually thinking perhaps family.
Ugh, sounds awful.
I saw a thing today, though, makes it harder and harder. Bill Gates was saying even more jobs are going to disappear in the next 20 years. Most manual labor jobs will be gone, he says, because they'll be done by bots. And I was so annoyed to hear him call fucking robot overlords bots to make them friendlier.
Well, he's going to be the guy who's friends with them. He'll be creating their software. He wants this to happen.
I find nothing crazier than to see inside a factory that has no people today. You know what I mean?
In the Amazon warehouses, they just have robots flying around the floor, just finding whatever people are ordering off Amazon, and that's it. It's fucking scary.
I think it's also scary looking to see these big ships come by on the East River. You'll see giant fucking ships, tankers and stuff, have 1, 2, maybe 3 guys on them. I used to fucking go to school in Marcus Hook Elementary School. The fucking ships used to come in. It looked like the ball game let out. So many guys would come in. They'd all have cash. They'd be drinking. They'd be fucking around. And you're like, oh, man, someday I'll work on the ships. Nope, no one will.
I actually went to school before I realized that it was probably not going to work out. To SUNY Maritime down in the Bronx. And that you learn there quickly that those giant container ships need like 6 people.
Unbelievable.
Like 6 people tops.
Look at Captain Phillips. He had you'd think, 3 people taking over this big boat. Yeah, because there's 10
no one
people
there.
on it.
My brother's like a safety officer on some of those things now for like insurance purposes, and he told me he's been on these giant, and the ships are bigger than ever. These ships are barely clearing the Verrazano Bridge these days. Our bridges aren't high enough for how big these ships are. And he goes, the ships are so big that they'll have them loaded with cars, and you could drive those cars 60 miles an hour while you're driving one side to the other. And I go, how many dudes are on that? And he goes, I don't know, 10 guys. He goes, like, you'll be on certain decks that there won't be anyone but you walking around. That's weird as shit to me.
Jerk off wherever you want.
Well, even on
That's the first place you go.
It is.
Even on the, especially the crude oil ones, it's mostly just storage space for the oil, and then the only thing that they even walk through is like some of the to check the levels of the oil, and then you've got like the big tower, and that's about it. Like,
so what's going to happen to jobs in the future? What are we going to fucking do? we're going to have most of the country unemployed. We have a huge amount of the country is unemployed now.
Can people get jobs building the bots?
Robots build the
Robots will build the bots, yeah.
Oh.
They don't need us, dude.
There's one goofy theory, I forget what it was, but it's like that the theory that robots will become so intelligent and smart that they will be able to build and improve on themselves to where like you've had like the one that'll only be able to screw in like the light bulb, but then that'll figure out how to make a more efficient machine and then build the better machine that ends up building a better machine and a better machine and ends up like taking over the world and traveling through space.
And yet, why do we allow them to do it? Fucking Jules Verne tried to tell us that this was a bad idea. Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, dude, this thing that you carry around and talk into and keep it in your pocket, it's a robot. A phone is a robot. Stop being afraid of them. And I actually said to him, that makes me more afraid, Neil. I hate this fucking... It's like I was talking to those young girls the other day. Remember the fucking titty dancers? The online titty dancers? And they're like, someday our brains will just meld with the robots. And I'm like, why is that a good thing for you? Why are you giving up humanity? You know, I see these fucking people. We know better. We know not to fucking turn this over, and we're doing it. We're crazy as shit. I'll get the Fez.
Yeah, that's making me a little palm sweaty.
Does anything make you feel good and comfortable? What is it when we're off the air? Because I see you sometimes on the weekend you seem fine.
Yeah, it's if I yeah, for some reason I've got it down to Sunday.
It's your job that makes you nervous. You got what down to Sunday?
Sunday is when a Saturday I can be fine. Sunday panic comes in.
Okay, so that's not what I even was talking about. So Saturday you're fine as long as you're not working. It's your job that you hate.
No, I don't hate my job. I just get nervous.
What?
Why would your job make you nervous?
Because everything does. I get nervous at home. I get nervous at work. It's the same.
Yeah, but thinking about your job.
I think of other things too that make me nervous.
Well, tell us some of them.
If all of a sudden I start having palpitations, I think, all right, I'm going to end up on the floor dead. No one will find me.
That's justified.
You've got experience for that.
That makes me nervous. For some reason, I constantly think my building's going to collapse. There's so much construction on it going on all the time that I know they're going to knock down those brick walls on top of me.
What else?
Someone breaking into the apartment if I hear a noise in the hallway during the night.
I like to see someone break out of the apartment.
There's no one in there but me.
That's what I'm saying. That was the joke, that you would break out. Get it?
I thought you meant I was holding someone hostage in there.
No. I meant you're holding yourself hostage.
Wait, are we sure there's nobody else in there?
What else?
That's about it. Just constant death thoughts.
But if you don't believe in the threat of hell, as opposed to heaven, what's the fear of death, really?
Of just not wanting to go through it. I have the feeling that dying is like the worst feeling ever. I don't know if it's going to be euphoric.
Plus, you stop living.
You make living sound like the worst feeling ever.
So that's where my feelings go. It's not all about work. It's, there's a lot of nerves.
You're a funny guy, though. You're a funny guy. You can take anything and fucking just spin it into comedy.
Why isn't wrestling kind of making nervous? Them going off the top rope, they could kind of hurt themselves in a way.
He's just looking at their cocks
watching.
bouncing. The only thing he's looking at is their ball sacks.
You like those Bulgers Fest?
You ever jerked to wrestling?
Yeah, I've jerked to wrestling before.
Oh.
Well, all right, I'm going to fucking try to guess who you jerked to.
Okay.
I'm going to go hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Can I make a guess?
That would be like jerking to myself.
Brooklyn Brawler.
Ugh.
No.
Go ahead.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
No.
Howard, what do you got?
I'm trying to think of some of the older ones. Honky Tonk Man.
No.
Jake the Snake? Is it Jake the Snake?
The Iron
Not
Sheik.
Jake the Snake.
Why do you get mad at us? You're the guy who jerked to a wrestler.
I know what it is.
Oh, God damn it, I just cut to a woman
Shawn
in the
Michaels.
crowd.
Because
You
these are
think
all
that
bad guesses.
You're going to hear even one. You're going to tell us one wrestler that we'll all go, oh,
he
yeah.
gets
that
hot.
makes sense.
That's a cool one, Fez.
$1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Is it from the old days or modern?
Fairly modern.
That
okay.
leprechaun?
Fairly modern.
Hornswoggle?
Mean post 2000?
Yeah.
Post 2005?
Yeah.
All right, I don't
Or
have
right
any-
around there.
I have no idea who would be that.
I was going to guess Papa Shango when he said modern.
Edge?
Yes.
The Edge?
Not the Edge from U2, Edge from
Oh, too bad.
WWE. Broke his neck pretty much. and he
There's
can't
been a
wrestle.
Randy Orton spank, too.
You just fucking destroyed these guys. Well, Fez, they say if you can't get them to laugh with you, get them to laugh at you. Give us the Randy Orton background. What was happening in your fantasy?
It's one of those things of Randy's done with his match and follow him into the locker room. It's just, I see him in the shower and it goes from there.
You say it's just one of those things, like anyone can identify, and goes from there. How? He's in the shower. He's soaping up. Then what happens?
I end up soaping him up.
Why?
Well, it's just, he lets me.
But there has to be something in the fantasy that works. There has to be logic. How do you end up soaping him?
Well,
is it his idea?
Is it like a
or
Make a
yours?
Wish thing or what?
No. Yeah, I think that was the picture I jerked to. Yeah, because it's,
Oh, my God.
yeah, almost like I'm working there as a trainer and I'm like soaping him up,
What
rubbing out
trainers?
some
Wait, hold
muscles.
on. What trainers do they have in the WWF?
He's their offensive coordinator for fucking Orton.
Good match out there tonight, Randy. All right.
Let's stretch out those hammies. Cool down workout. You don't want to get tight.
And then what happens? So you're stretching them out, and what goes on, Fez?
And then I get the soap and I start soaping him down and I'm washing the upper body and I work my way down.
And?
And then we hook up.
Come
you want
on,
more
give us some-
details?
Yes.
Well, then I end up blowing him.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he's got me in the shower. That next thing you know, well, I've
Next
already
thing you know.
I've already undressed if I'm in the shower with him. I forgot that part. And then yeah, he's doing me from behind in the shower.
So you're the bottom.
Yeah.
What?
So you blow him, and then
Randy
you
is
fuck in the
obviously
ass.
a top.
How did your nut ever get off here? You're blowing someone, then take it in the ass.
Then he's jerking me off afterwards.
So after all you get off, you get fucking mouth fucked, ass fucked, and then finally,
Ooh, you got a hand job.
Shelby is losing it.
He also has wood.
She always had the same fantasy.
so there's literally nothing in it for you. You're a fucking lowly locker room fucking jockey.
Yeah.
You almost killed Shelby, right? My stomach hurts. So your fantasy life causes other people to choke with laughter.
Oh yes, that's their homophobia.
No, it's no homophobia. It's just this, no matter who you're with, it's the stupidest fantasy ever. Also, remember that March Madness is still on. As Fez says, the madness is going to run wild.
Ooh, yeah.
Head on over to the iBang. Sign up for this. The more people that do well, the more chance that Fez is buying tickets at maybe $1,700 a piece.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
And these are
much.
drinks included, right? I'm gonna have
Oh,
some
yeah, it's a
drinks.
night out on the town.
All right, perfect.
So that's Nets tickets if I don't finish on the front page of the Interrobang group for the March Madness Brackets contest.
I don't get it. No one asked for this bet. I never understand, and there's no upside. If he finishes there, and if anything, his coworkers are pissed at him.
Then it's bragging rights.
Bragging to who? Not to us.
So you can join the group and then follow my progress. I'm openly gay Fez Watley.
And what's your name when you're on there?
Openly gay Fez Watley.
See what I did there? I did a
Yes.
little joke. I did a funny little joke. What is that like to tell a fantasy and have the people that, unfortunately, you're closest with just totally weird out by it?
Well, it takes a lot of the fantasy out of it because in my mind it's very erotic and it's happening and I've got my mind working and then, wait a minute, now I feel like everyone has been watching me around the locker room wall.
Okay, we got to go to break here.